Alright, it is 3 minutes to midnight, which means it's still technically Sunday, which means I'm technically not late this week. What is up, you guys? It is Miranda. Welcome back to the Weekly Fangirl. Here's the deal. In my last video, I said that I was going to be reviewing Split this week or posting a gaming video. Neither of those things is happening, and here's why. So I don't really know how to do gaming videos. For the time being, we're going to stick to regular videos. The gaming prospect is on the way, though. I have ideas for that. Now on the front of Split. I still haven't seen Split. And yes, I know there's really no excuse for that, even if I don't want to go and contribute money to Shamaylan's career because I'm afraid he's gonna make another shitty movie. There's always the avenue of watching it, you know, online. But here's the thing. I tried watching it online, and I only got about 5 minutes in, and I already wasn't into it. I couldn't. James McAvoy looked awesome, but in just the first 3 minutes, I already had issues with the movie. The opening title sequence looked really cool, but everything before that, and like the next 2 or 3 minutes after that, the dialogue, the character behaviors, just everything looked it just... I've heard good things about this movie. I've watched reviews of it online. By and large, it seems to have been well received, so I will probably go and rewatch it later on, sit through the whole movie. But for right now, we're just gonna go with the bare minimum and then move on, because there are some things I actually want to talk about this week. So the gist of the movie is simple. There's a guy whose name is Kevin, although there are many other names that he goes by because he has what is called dissociative identity disorder, which is a real thing. It's more commonly referred to by the technically incorrect definition of multiple personality disorder, and he has 23 distinct personalities, this Kevin. Although he's not the first personality we meet. That is actually Dennis, who is obsessive compulsive, violent, aggressive, and he kidnaps the 3 girls at the start of the film. But the character I really want to talk about is Dr. Fletcher, Kevin's psychologist? I don't know. I just looked this up on Wikipedia. In typical Shamaylan fashion, the doctor kind of made up some bullshit about Kevin's disorder that I know is not true. It just, so the movie suggests that if you have dissociative identity disorder, you can use the power of your mind to manipulate your physiological state. Basically, your body starts morphing and changing itself, and from what I understand, that is not medically possible. Here are a couple of things that happen in the movie. This is from Wikipedia, so again, I don't know if this is a fact or not, but it sounds like bullshit. Tell me in the comments if it's not bullshit, but it sounds like bullshit. There is an example given of a patient who has DID, who is blind, who has another personality that is not blind. As in, when she's in the one state of mind, she can't see, and in the other state of mind, her body fixes her sight and she can suddenly see. Correct me if I'm wrong, but even for Shamaylan, that shit sounds ridiculous. Oh god. But factual errors aside, the one thing that immediately took me out of the movie is in the first 5 minutes of the movie, and it is one of the main female protagonists, so I believe her name is Casey. She's the loner girl that we meet in like the first 2 minutes. Bella Swan. All I have to say, Bella Swan. Dead-eyed, doesn't react like a normal human would to a stranger just popping up next to you where another person was supposed to have been a second ago. Doesn't say a word to the girl in the back seat whose father is presumably either dead or unconscious behind the car. Doesn't move to try and open the door to free herself until it's too late. Doesn't try and help the girls in the back right behind her. Doesn't try to fight the guy. Doesn't anything. She just freezes. Now, okay, I get it. There's a fight or flight instinct, but she doesn't do either of those things. She freezes and just stares at the guy. In what universe would any human being react like that to being abducted or seeing somebody assaulted? It doesn't make any logical sense. So that's why I was immediately taken out of the movie before the plot even really got started. What should have been an amazing kickstart to a movie, what should have been an action-packed opening sequence, what should have been something to draw me in, immediately cut me out. In the first 3 minutes of the movie, it was established that the human characters were not going to react to stressful situations like normal humans would, and I was done. The movie is queued up on my laptop, not that anybody can actually prove that because I shouldn't have said that out loud. I might go and watch it later on, but for right now, it's not a priority. So, moving on. If you guys recall from my video last week, I talked briefly about how Ben Affleck may very well be pulling out of a solo Batman movie in which he would direct and star. Unfortunately for all Affleck fans, there have been some developments on that story this week. It has been confirmed that Ben will be starring as the Batman in The Batman, as well as continuing on his role as Batman and Bruce Wayne in the Justice League franchise. Although unfortunately, he won't be directing the standalone film as we originally hoped. But it's not all bad news, because on Thursday, Warner Brothers confirmed that Matt Reeves, who you may remember from Cloverfield and the recent Planet of the Apes reboots, is going to be taking the helm of the solo Batman movie titled the Batman. They really need to come up with a better name for that, honestly. Like any other name. It's simple and it's concise, but when you talk about Batman, continuing to say that The Batman is the title of the Batman movie that's going to be coming out soon, it's all very repetitive. Anyway, it's been discussed that Reeves was actually a frontrunner for this movie for some time, but Affleck was originally going to be the one to direct it. And when he pulled out after what was revealed to have been scheduling conflicts, Reeves was pulled back in. And luckily for us and for Reeves, there don't seem to be any hard feelings in the Batcave because Affleck was more than welcoming on Twitter. Later on Thursday, he tweeted out, quote, "Welcome to the Batcave at Matt Reeves LA." So it's all good! Although it can't be stressed enough that after the solo Batman flick and after the Justice League films, Ben Affleck will no longer be contractually obligated to continue to play Batman and Bruce Wayne. Which leads me to my next story. It was also announced on Thursday that a Nightwing movie is going to be in the works soon. And they're going to be getting Chris McKay, who directed the Lego Batman movie, to helm the project. Nightwing, who is Dick Grayson, was Batman's original Robin before he ended up taking on a superhero role of his own and stepping away from Batman's shadow, carving out his own legacy in Gotham City. He went on to become a hero in his own right, he led the Teen Titans, and on top of that, there are iterations of his story in the comic where he takes up the mantle of Batman after Bruce Wayne is killed. So I don't think it's any great coincidence that Warner Brothers and DC are going to be pitching a Nightwing movie right after there are whispers that Affleck is done with DC. Even if it's not true, even if he's just going to finish out his contract, as most actors do, and then move on to other projects, having the opportunity for Nightwing to pick up where Batman left off and start a brand new Batman franchise with a different man playing the role. I don't mean just recasting. I mean taking the character of Dick Grayson and putting him where Bruce Wayne used to be and getting an entirely new character arc out of it, guys. This is insane. And this could pave the way for entire other arcs for other secondary characters. We could have a live action Red Hood movie. We could have a story of Damian Wayne. We could probably have a Batgirl story that doesn't involve the shit from The Killing Joke. We could have Batwoman, guys! And what's to stop it from just being in the Wayne family? We could have other secondary characters get their own arc besides Wonder Woman and Superman and the Flash. We could have an actual Aquaman movie instead of him just being in the Justice League. We could have a live action Teen Titans movie. They're already putting freaking Cyborg in the Justice League. Why not? And it only gets better from there. Yes, DC may be the house that Batman built, even though Superman got here first, but the possibilities are endless. There are hundreds of different DC characters, no different than Marvel. We're just scratching the surface here, and it's only gonna get better. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So when fans heard about the Nightwing movie, of course the first thing they did was start speculating about casting. Who are they gonna get to play Dick Grayson? I mean, who can follow Chris O'Donnell, am I right? There have been rumors about Jared Padalecki, speculation about Adam Driver filling the role, one of the guys from the Vampire Diaries, I don't know his name, but I know his face. The list goes on and on and on and on. Personally, I feel like Jared would be an awesome Dick Grayson, but I also feel like he might be a little too old at this point. Also, Supernatural is still filming, so I think scheduling conflicts could probably interfere there. But if he really wanted to do the role, I think he could totally pull it off. That would be amazing. Could they get Jensen Ackles to be Jason Todd, like an older Jason Todd? I mean, he did voice him in the animated Under the Red Hood movie, so I mean, if we got a Red Hood movie, please let it be so. Like I said, the only Dick Grayson I've ever seen on film was Chris O'Donnell, so I really don't know. I don't have any picks for a fan cast because usually when you start fan casting, that's when you get the fan outrage when they announce the actual casting because everybody already has the idea built up in their head of, oh, I wanted this person and they were perfect. Freaking Matt Bomer should have been Christian Grey, and it's that argument all over again, but with Dick Grayson this time. It's never gonna work, guys. The fan casts never happen, so what's the point in speculating? Can you see the future? Can I see the future? There's no way of knowing. There's no point in asking. There's no point in worrying. We'll find out when we find out. They'll tell us when they want to tell us, not a minute sooner, though it is always fun to fan cast, I won't lie. Yeah, if Jared is in the running for the role, he's got my vote. Jumping back to the Marvel Netflix fandom for a moment, we have 19 days left on our countdown to Iron Fist. I'm so pumped, you guys! And of course, in the run-up to the series premiere, Netflix has been releasing promo material via the official Iron Fist Twitter account, which of course has sparked reactions from other official hero accounts on Twitter, namely Jessica Jones, who really, she's just a gem, isn't she? She grows on you, yeah. Luke Cage has been mysteriously absent, but then again, I'm pretty sure he's still kind of occupied at Seagate, so he's a little busy. Fortunately, while Iron Fist may not be able to pal around with Power Man just yet, apparently, if his official Netflix Twitter is to be believed, Daredevil seems to be a good second choice for, you know, best friend to pal around the city with and fight bad guys. If any of the back and forth banter between these accounts is to be believed, then we have a great setup for the Defenders. I cannot wait. We need a release date. I don't know how much longer I can wait for this. I'm so excited. And lastly, to round out the Marvel countdown, we had Logan, which had its world premiere on Friday and opens in theaters in 5 days. You guys, we got 5 days left. 5 days left of Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. I'm not saying goodbye. I'm not doing it. I mean, I almost don't want to watch the movie because if I do, then he stops being Wolverine. But like, if you don't watch the movie, Hugh Jackman's still Wolverine. I'm still gonna go see it. I can't not see it. I can't not go and watch. It just, I'm so sad. But fortunately, even if we're saying goodbye to Hugh, we may very well be saying hello to new characters in the X-Men universe. So not every X-Men movie will be about Logan anymore. So who's next? We could be paving the way for new Deadpool movies, we could be getting new X-23 spin-offs, we could finally get a decent Dark Phoenix saga if they get Sophie Turner back and actually get a decent script written. Oh, we could get a Storm spin-off, which could, if Fox is willing to nut up and just work with Marvel, tie into a Black Panther Storm ensemble movie. It could happen, you guys, in the realm of possibilities. Oh my god. I'm just throwing it out there. The Black Panther movie is coming out soon. If they wanted, they could totally tie Storm into that. If Sony is able to hand over Spider-Man and be the better people and allow him to join the Avengers like he's fucking supposed to, then Fox can hand over Storm and allow the Weather Goddess and the King of Wakanda to be awesome and the best power couple in Marvel history, hands down. They could totally do it, you guys. Or Fox could do one better and finally hand the Fantastic Four back over to Marvel so they can fix that shit, because my god. Okay, I'm not getting into another rant about Fantastic Four. I'm not doing it. We've been there, we've done that. Everyone's kicked that horse already. It's dead, move on. But I think that's all we've got time for this week, you guys. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more from me, you can give me a like down below, subscribe to see more of my videos, and ding the bell for notifications. And just for shits and giggles, leave me in the comments who you want to be cast as your Nightwing. Not gonna make a difference anyway, but it's gonna be fun to talk about. Also, where do you think the X-Men franchise is gonna go from here? Discuss. But anyway, that's enough of my rambling for this video. Although if you want to see me rambling alongside my friends in another video, I'm actually on another channel with my friend Chelsea, FanGirl and the Cinnamon Roll, the link to which will be in the description. We're actually going to be uploading a Throwback Thursday this week for the baby food challenge of all things. So if you want to see that video, make sure you click the link below and subscribe. But I think I'm going to head out for now, you guys. Until next time, I have been Miranda. This has been the Weekly Fangirl. I thank you so much for watching, as always, and until next week, I'll see you later. Bye. Also, real quick, because I know the Oscars just wrapped up, Moonlight won Best Picture, you guys. Yes! Way to pull a Steve Harvey, Warren Beatty. Jesus.